Alright, I'm back, YouTube. So I did it. I did a whole year without a single drop of alcohol, not a sip of beer, wine, champagne, anything. And if I hadn't made my 6-month video, I probably wouldn't have made it this far. I made my year video. But again, full disclaimer, I wouldn't recommend anybody do it the way I did it. I sleep better, I feel better, you know. I quit for my anxiety and my insomnia, and both of those are pretty much defeated or gone completely. So I sleep way better, and the anxiety, like, I haven't had a panic attack in 2 years, and the last time I did I could barely drive home. I collapsed on my couch and I was just like, I hate my life, and I was crying and I was having a panic attack. It was terrible. Now, I love my life so much, there's not enough time in the day for all the fun things I want to do and all the activities I want to do. And a few years ago, I could barely make it to the end of the day. I could barely make it to tomorrow. All I was doing was worrying. All I was doing was worrying about the past and thinking about the possible future that I was worried about. I could never be in the present moment. I don't feel anxious like at restaurants anymore, or getting my hair cut, or at a red light. All those places that I'd get these sensations of fear, and my heart's beating and my hands are shaking and my knees are wobbling and I gotta pull over, I gotta run away. For the last year, I haven't felt like that at all. So, you know, I still get the symptoms. I still get the racing heart and the anxiety symptoms, you know. I was having anxiety and panic attacks years before I was drinking. When I was like 17 or 18 is when it started, but so it'll never like 100% go away. You just gotta manage it, you know. And there's a lot of things, like I said, like eating better, caffeine, exercise, meditation. This was just one thing that helped quitting alcohol. Now that it's been a year, I looked at my calendar and I started getting excited. Honestly, I thought, well, this is kind of like a get out of jail free card, and now I can drink again. And that's a scary thought. I put X's on my calendar every day until I made it to the year. And now that I'm free, now that I'm out, let me put it this way. It almost felt like when I was done for a year, like I was getting out of prison, like I just got out of the prison of sobriety, of alcohol. Now I can drink, now I can party, now I can have fun. I just got out of jail, now I'm free. But the truth of it is, alcohol is the prison. Do I keep going? I did my challenge, but I can't deny how much... Get down. I can't deny how much better I feel. And even though the year is up, like, I really feel like bad things are gonna happen if I start drinking again. The cons totally outweigh the pros. I can only think of one pro of me drinking again, and that's I'll enjoy watching a movie at home more. That's the only pro I can think of. Let me think of all the cons. I'm gonna feel anxious again. I'm not gonna sleep as good. I'm gonna feel guilty. My heart's gonna be racing before I meet somebody at a restaurant, like a family member or something. I'm gonna be like, oh man, I drank, and now I'm gonna have to tell them. Like, it's actually been a year and some change, because I didn't want to film this video the day I hit 365 days, because I actually didn't feel good about myself. All these people on Facebook were like, congrats, way to go, and I made a post about it. 365 days without booze, it feels amazing. And I got a lot of likes, and people were like, yeah, like, keep going. And part of my brain was like, I want to, you know, it was Labor Day weekend, and I was for sure gonna drink again on Labor Day, on Monday. And on Friday I thought about it, and Saturday I started changing my mind, and by Sunday night I was like, no, I can't. I have relapsed a couple times, and I know what it's like to go 50 days, over 90 days, like, and then go back to it. My tolerance is gone. Like, I'm gonna feel anxious the next day. If I drink today, I'm gonna for sure feel anxious tomorrow. And that's what's stopping me from doing it. For the first time in my entire life, I'm afraid to drink. I'm scared of it. And maybe that's a good thing. Some people talked me out of it. Besides my guilty conscience, going back to it at the end of the year. My general well-being and feeling of just feeling good, like I feel fine, I feel relaxed. That was the whole reason I quit for a year, was like, let's see if I'll feel more relaxed. I feel 100% more relaxed. I wake up relaxed, I go to bed relaxed. It feels so good to fall asleep naturally and wake up naturally, and like knowing in the morning, well, I work nights, but you know what I mean, knowing when I wake up and go to work, knowing that day I won't have a panic attack. I know tomorrow I won't have a panic attack because I didn't drink today. Like, if it happens, if I have a panic attack, it would have to be something, really scary, like a car accident or, a death in the family or something. I know for sure if I do it right now, I'm gonna feel great for a few hours. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna party, woo, and like TV's gonna be funnier, and I'm gonna laugh more out loud and watch like a comedy, and I'm gonna feel great. But then I'm gonna feel like tomorrow I'm gonna not only feel anxious, I'm gonna feel like this big compared to today. Today, I'm proud of myself. My friends and family and coworkers are proud of me. If I drink today, tomorrow I'm gonna feel like I suck. So I feel like on days where I was feeling anxious, like there was like this hill of anxiety that I had to slowly walk up all day. It was a steep hill of mental thoughts, of anxious thoughts. Just walking on eggshells all day, feeling like the sky is falling all day. And at the top of the hill was this friend, was alcohol. You made it to the end of the day, the stressful hill is over. Here's your friend, give you a hug. That's kind of what like I was doing for a while. And now that I removed alcohol, removed the friend, I removed the hill. I'm on level ground mentally. I'm already relaxed. I don't have to get up the hill to get to the friend. I'm already on level ground. It's like a rare delicacy food that you're gonna eat today and it's gonna taste great and you're gonna feel great today, but tomorrow you're gonna have diarrhea. It's kind of like that with drinking with me. It's like 6 months in, I was like, I'm gonna make it to a year, and I did. But the last month, once I saw on the calendar like, oh, I'm getting close, and I was making those exits, like that last month, I don't know, the cravings hit again, and I was having a lot of stress at work, and in a month from now, I'm gonna have all this new stress at work. Like, it'd be the best time to start drinking again and the worst time to start drinking again, because then I have to walk around with this dreadful feeling. My anxiety disorder, I have this dreadful inner dialogue that never shuts up and never goes away. And I used to drink to turn that, it was like my off switch. All the anxious thoughts would stop, I'd feel better. Like, panic attacks usually last like 15 to 20 minutes, but it still takes you a while to like feel comfortable in your own skin again, normal again, because then you're like, oh, I could have another one tomorrow. Now that I've quit for this long, I can compare my life now to what it was. And I'm embarrassed. I'm humiliated to think that my life used to be like that. What a vicious cycle like I was in. What a lift off my shoulders. What a weight off my back that I don't have to deal with anymore. Why jeopardize that now? Why go back to it now? Like, I pride myself in the fact that I'm honest and I try to just tell everybody the truth. I try to tell everybody the honest truth. I don't have time for liars. I don't waste my time with liars. I'm not going to lie to people because I don't want to be a hypocrite. I said I was going to make it to a year. I didn't want to be a hypocrite about that. And moderation, I'm only going to drink on my vacations. I'm only going to drink on my day off. That'll turn into every day. I already know that about myself. I honestly feel like I either have to drink every day or not at all. And now that it's been a year without it, and I'm looking at how much better I feel and look, and my confidence levels, my anxiety levels, if alcoholism is genetic, you know, neither of my parents were alcoholics. But if it runs in the family, on that side we have that person, on that side we have that person, I don't want to gossip. I don't want to even think like that. I can't tell you how much sleep I've lost in this room thinking about what are people saying about me. What are people gossiping about me? And right now everyone's proud of me. Like, I'm proud of me. And I want to continue with that. So I can talk to people and I can really listen to somebody now and what they have to say, and I can really open up to people and have real conversations with people, and I can really take people in more. You know, Bradley Cooper said that in an interview when he got sober. He's like, I wouldn't be sitting here with you having this interview. I can take you in now because I'm sober. Like, that's how I feel now. Like, not that I was afraid to talk to people before, but I have this like ADD anxiety brain that somebody could be having a total full conversation with me and my mind is just blah 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 blah, blah, just thinking about all these anxious thoughts and everything, you know, and I can't even be paying attention to what they're saying. Like, now I can just, my mind is totally at peace. I legit just don't look like a nervous wreck anymore. Like, I look like a totally calm like I used to. I'll never forget, so I celebrated with my family. You know, we just went to lunch or whatever, and someone in my immediate family said something I'll never forget. After a year of not drinking, he's like, it's like we got the old Tim back. Like, I'll never forget that, because it's true. Like, I feel like I did when I was like 20 years old. Like, I feel like I did when I was a teenager. Like, when I was a teenager, I could just go to bed, not worry about tomorrow, not be freaking out and like, I need a drink to go to bed. Like, I never felt like that. I never felt depressed when I was a teen, or I never felt like I can't even enjoy today. I can't enjoy the end of today without a drink. Like, I've had days like that. Just considering going back to it, just considering doing it again, I probably lost sleep over it and felt anxious. Like, it's crazy how much the mind can just like shut the body down when you have anxiety, and when you feel like you're about to have a panic attack. It's just like, it can't be coincidence that a lot of people on here on YouTube were like, that's the very thing that was making me anxious, because now without it I don't feel that way. For me, drinking put a big it just calmed me down. It put a big smile on my face, but it's a depressant. I had another friend who would put a big frown on his face. Everyone's different. Everyone's mind is different. But my mind, without alcohol, is way better. I don't like the way my brain works when alcohol is in my system and in my body, because for some reason I'm worrying more, I'm anxious more, I'm having thoughts I don't need to have. My dad always told me, worry about tomorrow. That's like impossible when you have anxiety. Like, for like the past, like off and on for like the past like 14 years, I've suffered from it. From panic disorder and anxiety disorder. Some years better than others. This last year, without it, this has been one of the best years of my life, actually. Mentally, yeah. And I used to kind of like hate my life a little bit, and now I love my life. What a complete 180. Like, there's a couple people, and you know who you are, like, I wish they could see me now. They'd see a completely different person. They'd be like, who is that guy? So, you know, and it's only been a year. I still prefer not to be around people. I want to come home at the end of the day and unwind and be by myself. That's just a thing. That's its own thing. If I didn't have it at the end of the day, I could not sleep. I could put pills in my body and be like, well, tell my mind, well, this is gonna, no. My mind was like, I need that to sleep. You know what I need to sleep. Thank God I don't have to deal with that anymore. So I used to get brain pain. I used to get like pounding heartbeat, temple pain. Felt like a vice grip was around my temples. Permanently, all day. Just, I've had days where it felt like my brain was on fire. Just from anxiety, and it physically affects my body. I hate it. I feel like the only person that could tell me that is like me, my future self, so. Because I wouldn't have believed it. Like, there's no way if I quit drinking that's going to help. That's the one thing that makes me feel better. If my 2019 self told myself, no, that's what's making you feel that way, like, that'd be the only way I would be able to listen back then. I wish I could just hug myself, my past self, and just tell him everything's going to be okay, because it is now. Everything's 100% better. My life is not only a complete 180 better with anxiety and talking to people and money and sleep. I feel happy to be alive. I feel excited for tomorrow, not worried about tomorrow. There was a part of me that wanted to get in front of this camera and be like, nobody tells me what to do, and I'm not putting X's on my calendar anymore, and I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want from now on. Nobody tells me what to do. I almost wanted to get in front of the camera and say that, but I'd be lying. I still care what people think. I could say I don't, but honestly, like, I do. You know, people have an opinion, and people have their own comments to make, and I just want people to like me for who I am, and I don't need alcohol to feel comfortable with myself at the end of the day in my home or with a girl that I'm dating. It's not a priority anymore. In 2019, I feel like this is the best version of myself I'm ever gonna get or give to the world. Alcohol is so amazing, and it gives you that amazing feeling, and we all know that feeling. We all drink to get that feeling. We know that feeling. And the craving to get that feeling is gone because, unfortunately, alcohol has all these consequences. Even if I just had one tall can, as I was drinking it, I'd probably be like, why did I do this? Like, I didn't need to. Like, I don't need it. I really don't. I really don't. I thought I did. I thought it was what was helping. I thought I needed it to not feel anxious. I thought I needed it to sleep. I was convinced that I needed it to sleep, to shut this stupid brain down. A lot of people mention the brain fog clearing up. A lot of people mention the fog going away. I didn't have that. I had brain storm, lightning storm of anxiety, of just thoughts and thoughts and thoughts, and just horrible, anxious thoughts. That's what went away. The lightning storm went away. General sense of well-being came into play, and feeling relaxed. Let's put it this way, I don't need to drink something to feel relaxed, because I already am relaxed. And I want to continue to stay relaxed.